Breathing together, thinking together. Welcome everybody. Go ahead and find a comfortable seated position and let's just take a little time to see what's happening with our thoughts. I know a lot of us have come into this place a lot, especially those of you that are here in this space today. And I was thinking today about repetition, how often we come back to something over and over again. And the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. And so I was thinking about how do we do the same thing but in a different way. So as you sit and breathe and think, I want you to just allow your thoughts to cascade over each other. Let whatever comes, come. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Long exhale out the nose. Deep inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Long exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in. Reach the crown of the head a little higher. 1. Exhale out slowly. 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in. Let the belly fill up. Let the diaphragm fill up. Slow exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in together. Long exhale out together. See if you can keep this inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Keep this pattern going. This repetition, this simple idea of doing one thing over and over again. And so often our thoughts become repetitious. As we're sitting here, we might have some cyclical thoughts, something we've thought of many times before, or maybe the same thought just keeps coming up. Can you approach the same thought from a new way? I've been thinking a lot about how in yoga we come into the same poses over and over again. There's only a couple poses in the book that a normal human being is capable of doing, and so we repeat ourselves a lot. And I've always found it interesting how after a class, someone who is very strong and very flexible will come up and tell me how that was one of the hardest classes they've ever done, and someone else who is very weak and maybe doesn't have the same body awareness will thank me for teaching such an easy class because it's really what they needed today. And so today, as we dive deep into this breath-body connection, into this practice that so many of us have done so many, many times, and we're repeating ourselves, I encourage you to approach it in a new way. In so many ways, each day is a repetition. We wake up, we create some sort of routine, and then we go to sleep. But it's our approach that lets it be different. Take a deep inhale in, let the belly fill up. Hold the breath at the top. Slow exhale out. Hold the breath at the bottom. Deep inhale in, let the belly fill up. Inhale in a little bit more than you think you can. Hold the breath at the top. Slow exhale out a little extra air. Hold the breath at the bottom. Deep inhale in. Hold. Long exhale out. Hold. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Bring the palms together. Exhale them down in between the eyes. May your practice cultivate enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May your practice cultivate enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the heart. May all of your practices cultivate an enlightened heart. Take one more huge inhale in, reach the crown of the head a little higher. And as you exhale, slowly make your way to downward facing dog. Still finding that same long inhale and long exhale. You can bend one knee and then the other, really spreading the fingers, pressing down, feeling that foundation. Pull the low ribs in and up. And as you're ready, sink the heels down. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Feel your pectorals engaged, your core engaged. Exhale, heading back, downward facing dog. Keep pressing down through the tips of the fingers, press down through the whole palm. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, heading back, downward facing dog. Move with your breath. Do this 3 more times. Now again, maybe you've come into this a million times, maybe you're just repeating yourself, but each time that you come through, can you find something a little bit new, a little bit different? Can you find maybe just a different focus with your eyes? Maybe it's a different focus in your musculature. Maybe it's noticing what happens with the backs of your shoulders as they move forward. Maybe it's pulling your wrists a little more in toward each other, turning your elbows back towards your big toes. When you find yourself back in downward dog, inhale coming up to the balls of the feet, turn the gaze forward, walk to the front of your mat. Feet hip distance apart, exhale, release down, nice easy forward fold. Keep a little bend in the knees. Find those same long inhales and long exhales. Let the head be heavy. You can rock slightly from side to side if you would like. And again, just noticing the thoughts. Letting them just happen, just cascade over you, not trying to hold on to any one particular thought or any one particular space, but just noticing them. Finding that same deep breath, focusing on the breath, letting the body do what it might. And then bring the awareness back to the body and notice if you've shifted your weight toward the outsides of your feet or the insides of your feet, towards your toes, towards your heels. See if you can find that nice center. And then bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, coming halfway up, chuck the chin, feeling long. Exhale, releasing down, pulling against the backs of your legs. Release a little deeper. Inhale, coming halfway up. And exhale, release a little deeper. Straighten the legs as much as you can. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, release a little deeper. Now put a little bend in the knees. Inhale, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Let the head be the last thing to come up. And keep your hands down by your sides. Turn the palms forward. Close your eyes. Feel your feet pulling in toward each other. Pelvis slightly rolling in. Feeling that external rotation from the hips. Engage the core. Feel your sternum lifting in and up. Relax the shoulders. Reach the crown of the head long. Tuck the chin slightly. And see what happens when you activate all the way through your fingertips, like you're trying to push your fingers down to the center of the earth. And see what happens when you keep that sensation of your fingers reaching down and your crown of the head getting longer and longer, like you're trying to float the top of your head up into the sky. And at the same time, you're pushing your feet down slightly toward each other, keeping the legs engaged, keeping the core engaged, pulling it in and up, and then still taking that deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Slightly close off the back of your throat for Ujjayi breath so that you can hear your breath. You can hear your neighbor's breath. Let your neighbor hear your breath. Try and reach your fingertips even farther down, the crown of the head even higher. See if you can activate so much through your body, so much through your breath that yes, we're just standing. Yes, we're doing this thing that we do all the time. Can you start to generate some sweat? Can you start to open your pores? It's not the pose that generates the energy. It's you that generates the energy. How much energy do you want to put into this pose that we've been in so many times? Take those same deep breaths. And I'm going to leave you alone for just a few moments with your thoughts, with your deep breath, with all of this activity through the body. Take a deep inhale in, long exhale out. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, lead with the heart, head all the way down to the toes. Inhale, coming halfway up, tuck the chin, feeling long. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with the right foot, step back with the left. Take an inhale in and plank. Exhale down, chaturanga, shoulders way out over the fingertips, elbows in. Lay yourself all the way down. Inhale up for a nice cobra. Engage the low back, crown of the head long. Try to not crunch the back of your neck. Exhale, releasing down, tuck the toes. Engage your core. Inhale up for plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that right foot up in between your hands. Exhale, bring the left foot to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale with a flat back coming all the way up. Engage your low back. Reach the fingers up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the hands out and up. Exhale, lead with the heart. See if you can keep all of that same activity through the entire body. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with the left foot, back with the right. Inhale in and plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale up for a nice cobra. Exhale, release down, tuck the toes, engage the core. Inhale up for plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that left foot up. Exhale, bring the right foot up. Hip distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let the hands come down to your sides. Close the eyes. Once again, start to activate all of those things in the body. Work your body as much as you need to generate that energy. Reach the crown of the head longer. Reach the fingertips even farther down to the earth. Engage your core even more. Feel your feet pressing down into the earth. Feel every muscle in your body active. Activate your quads, activate your glutes, activate your shoulders as they reach away, activate through to your fingertips. Feel every part of your body thick. With this same thickness, I want you to move through our sun salutation. So in every movement that you do, keep this same activity, this same awareness. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, lead with the heart, head all the way down. Inhale, coming halfway up. Keep it active. Keep the core active. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back with the right foot. Step back with the left. Keep pulling your hands in toward each other as you exhale down. Elbows in, shoulders out. Inhale through and up. This time your back bend of choice. Exhale, releasing down. Tuck the toes. Inhale, coming up to plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that right foot up in between your hands. Exhale, the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, head all the way up, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lead with the heart. Keep that activity through the whole body. Keep that thickness in everything that you do. Inhale, halfway up. That awareness. Exhale, place the hands, step back with the left, back with the right. Take an inhale in, keep the core engaged. Exhale, floating down. Inhale, through and up. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, releasing down. Tuck the toes. Inhale up to plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that left foot up. Exhale, right foot to meet the left. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time as you inhale, touch the tips of your fingers down to the earth. And inhale up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Same idea, feel that activity through the body, feel it through the fingertips, activate your triceps, activate your shoulders as they reach down. Feel the crown of the head reaching long, but pull your chin in. Keep the core engaged so you're not spilling into that low back. Transfer the weight even more towards your heels. Activate through your legs, and then feel your heels pulling in toward each other to activate even through your adductors. Find that sweat. Find your pores opening up. Find how much energy you want to generate. Maybe bending a little deeper, generate a little more energy. Get that chest a little higher. One more inhale in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Push down with that left hand. Same deep breaths. Notice if the knees are still in line. Notice if the knees, the legs, the back, the shoulders, the core are all still engaged, are all still breathing. Yeah, maybe we've come into this pose so many times, but instead of just repeating ourselves, can we find a new way of approaching it? A new way of activating the body, a new way of activating the breath. On your next inhale, come up, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Same deep breaths. Reach the crown of the head a little longer. Bend a little deeper into your knees. Open your heart a little bit more. Long inhales, long exhales. On your next inhale, coming up, chair pose. And exhale, lead with the heart. Head down to the toes. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, plant the hand, step back with your left foot. Make a little pillow with the left side of the mat. Place the left knee down and tuck the toes. Keep that left hand down, bend into the left knee, reach back with the right hand. Sink that left hip forward. And then even here, keep pressing down with that left hand. Pull back with that right heel. Keep the right hamstring active. Feel that release through the front of the left quadricep. After all that work in chair pose, reach the crown of the head a little longer and breathe a little deeper. And gently release that left foot. Bring that right hand down. Take an inhale in. Press down with the top of the left foot. Keep pulling back on the right heel. Exhale, send the hips back. Flex the right toes. Pulling that right hip back. Pull the right toes back. Inhale, rolling forward. And exhale, rolling back. Keep all of that same activity. Inhale, rolling forward. Moving with your breath. Notice what parts of your body become disengaged as you're moving through. Are you active all the way through your toes, all the way through your fingertips, reaching the crown of the head long? Is there any part of your body that's just relaxing and releasing into your ligaments? Your ligaments are these giant hammocks that your body gets to rest in, but that wears out your ligaments and causes injury. So we want to keep it all active as we move with our breath. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhale forward one more time. And this time as you exhale, tuck your toes. Let the mat unroll. Inhale, come up, crescent pose. Pulling that left hip forward, right hip back. Keep reaching back with that left heel. Keep pulling back on the right heel. Bending a little deeper. Keep the core engaged. Relax the shoulders. But don't just relax them and let them sit. Actively pull them down as you reach the fingertips in opposition. Pull the chin in, same deep breath, find that focal point. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, chest to thigh. Take the fingertips out in front of you. Take the weight forward and up. You can stay right here with that left hip right next to the right hip. Be sure when you flex the left toes, they're pointing straight down at the earth. Maybe bringing one hand to heart center, maybe both hands to heart center, and maybe reaching those fingers out in front of you. Same deep breath. Deep inhale in, keep everything active through the fingertips, through the toes, through the shoulders, through the crown of the head. One more inhale in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Send that left foot all the way back. Take the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Push down with that right hand. Should feel really nice. Opening up the outside of that right hip. Now notice if that left ankle is releasing. Notice if one of the shoulders is letting go. Find that same activity. Find that same energy in the muscles, in the body, in your breath. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, slowly unwind. Place the hands down. Bring that left foot just a little bit closer. Point the toes toward the front left corner of the mat. And then inhale, reach your fingers straight out in front of you. Pull that right hip back. And exhale, release down, pyramid. Pull the right hip back. Pull back on that right heel. Release the crown of the head. A few deep breaths. Notice where the thoughts are. Notice where your breath is. And then just bring that left foot up to meet the right, hip distance apart. Release down, forward fold. Inhale, coming halfway up. Tuck the chin, feeling long. Exhale, release down a little deeper. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release a little deeper. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, release. Heel toe your feet out to the edges of the mat. Little bend in the left knee. Keep the left hand down. Reach the right fingers up. Same deep breaths. Same reaching through the crown of the head. Reaching through your fingertips. Notice what parts of the body are just relaxed and releasing into the ease of the ligaments. And see if you can activate reaching even longer. Reaching the crown of the head longer. Engaging your core. Engaging by pressing down with the whole right foot. Same deep breaths. And gently release that side. Walk your feet back to hip distance apart. Send that right foot back. Place the right knee down. Make a little pillow with the right side of the mat. Bend that right knee. Reach back with the left hand. Keep pulling back on the left heel. Keep that left hamstring active. So that way we're not just relaxing, sinking into the flexibility, but we're actively finding more flexibility, more release through that right quadricep. Same deep breaths. And if you're not quite sweating yet, when you ask yourself, why am I not sweating yet? Is it because of the poses that I've been given? Or is it because of the amount of energy that I'm putting into it? And gently release that side. Take an inhale in. Keep pulling back on that left heel. Press down with the top of the right foot. Exhale, heading back. Keep that right leg really active. Keep pulling all the way back on that left hip. Inhale, coming all the way forward. Exhale, heading all the way back. Move with your breath. Notice what parts of your body have a tendency to let go as you move through, as you move with your breath. Notice if as you move forward, your left hamstring turns off, or as you move back, you start to sink toward the right hip, so that way the left hip doesn't have to do so much work. Notice where those tendencies are. Notice where the body tries to avoid work. Notice what habits are in the body. Because yes, we might be repeating something that we've done before, doing a pose that we've done before, But in that repetition, do we have any habits? Beneficial or otherwise. We can have good habits too. So notice which ones you want to hold on to. Notice which ones you want to let go of. Next time you find yourself inhaling forward, tuck the right toes, place the hands, find your stability here. Inhale up, crescent pose. Right hip pulls forward, left hip pulls back. Keep that hamstring active, pulling back on that left heel. Shoulders actively making their way down as the fingertips actively make their way up. Find that opposition, the pull and the push. Pull the chin in, reach the crown of the head long, trying to lengthen your spine this way as you press down through your base. Same deep breaths. Decide how much you want to sweat. Decide how much you want to work. By breathing a little deeper, by activating a little more, finding one spot in the body that's not part of what's happening and see if you can activate that too. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, chest to thigh, fingertips out, take the weight forward and up. Even here, how much can you reach that right heel back, lengthen the crown of the head long. Long inhales, long exhales. Is the core engaged? Is the core active? The hands drifting wherever they may, finding that focal point, finding the length in the body, length in your breath. As your body starts to shake and quiver, find a deeper breath. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right foot reaches all the way back. Take the right elbow on the outside of the left thigh and twist. Really try to feel that nice opening right between where your hip bone is and the top of your hamstring. It's going to be right through your glute med that just did all that work. And then notice if you're just sinking into that part of your hip, or if you can keep it active while it opens. Lengthening through the crown of the head, lengthening with your breath. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, gently unwind. Bring that right foot just a little bit closer, toes toward the front right corner of the mat. Inhale, reach the fingers out, parallel the hips, parallel your chest. And then exhale and release down. A few deep breaths. Taking just a moment with your thoughts, with your breath, with the activity in your body, your heart rate. And then bring that right foot up, hip distance from the left. Release down, forward fold, hands to shins. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release a little deeper. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, really lengthen, pull yourself in. Notice if there's just a little more space. Release the hands, heel toe, the feet out to the edges of your mat. Bend the right knee. Keep the right hand down. Reach the left fingers up. Very nice. And release the hands. Heel toe your feet back. all the way together this time. Put a little bend in the knees. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Bring the hands to heart center. With the feet all the way together. Makes it a little easier for us to start to transfer the weight over toward the right foot. Find that focal point. Find your drishti. Maybe the toes to the ankle, calf, inside of the thigh. Same deep breath, still reaching the crown of the head long. So having the core engaged, actively reaching the shoulders down. Even here in a pose most of us have come into so many times. So just repeat what you've done before. You can find a new spot in the body to activate, a deeper breath, a new muscle you didn't even know existed that can help this pose. Slowly grow the fingertips up. Keep that focal point. Maybe slowly turning the gaze up in between your fingers. Keep that activity down through that right foot, all the way up through your fingertips. Same deep breath. And slowly bring the hands to heart center. Gazing back forward, bring that knee up into your chest. Holding on to that knee, or maybe reaching down for the ball of the foot. Straightening that leg. Try to roll the shoulders back. Try and get that foot just a little higher, get that knee a little bit higher. Same deep breaths. Keep that foot right where it is. Bring your hands back to heart center. Slowly start to pull that knee in. Grab the inside of that left foot with the left hand. Start to reach the right hand out in front of you. Kick that foot back behind you. Deep inhales, long exhales. Where's your breath? Where are your thoughts? What part of your body is not active? With control, slowly come back. Bring that knee all the way up into your chest. And place it down. Shake that foot out. Find that focal point. Start to transfer the weight to that left foot. Same deep breaths. Same activity through the body. And all those little balancing muscles find their strength. See if you can reach the crown of the head so much. Activate through the body so much. You lose some of the little shake and quiver. And just allow yourself to breathe and stand. Something that you've done so many times. Be sure you're not sinking into that hip, but that it's staying active, pressing back. Start to grow, reach. Maybe turning the gaze up. Listen to your breath, listen to your body. Hands come back to heart center. Knee towards your chest. Hold on to that knee. Reach down for those toes. Notice the thoughts, notice the breath. Notice even here which parts of the body are trying to just relax and not do so much work. See if you can activate all the way through the shoulders, through the crown of the head, pressing down through that whole foot. Keep that leg where it is, hands to heart center. Deep breaths. And pull it slowly in. Reach the inside of that foot. Keep that focal point. Reach. Breathe. Long inhales. Long exhales. With control, bring it all the way through, back into your chest. And place it down. Release that left foot. And inhale, reach the arms out and up. And exhale, lead with the heart. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back. Exhale, down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale, release all the way down to your mat. Take the left hand out to the left side, lined up with the left shoulder. Bend the right knee, send the right heel up and over. Press down with that whole left palm. Same deep breath, maybe reaching the right fingertips back. Keep that left hand active, opening up through the left shoulder. And gently coming back through center, right hand to the right side. Bend that left knee, send that left heel up and over. Just waking up our shoulders. Keep that same long breath. And gently coming back through center. Bring your hands back under your ribs, tuck your toes, elbows in toward each other. Engage the core, inhale up for plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale all the way up to plank. Bring your feet together, roll onto the outside of the right foot. Keep that inhale going, reach the left fingers up. Exhale, try to get your hips a little higher. Deep inhale in. Press down to that whole right palm. Exhale, coming back through center. Exhale all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up. Roll onto the outside of the left foot. Bring right fingers up. If you need to, you can place the knee down. Otherwise, keep breathing. Try and get those hips a little higher. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, coming down through center. Exhale all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up. Left fingers head up. And move a little faster. Exhale, coming all the way to center, all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, heading all the way up. Reach those right fingertips up. And this time as you exhale, one forearm at a time down to forearm plank. Interlace the fingers except for the pinky and ring. Pull the elbows toward each other, back towards your big toes. Long inhales, long exhales. Engage that core. Find your breath. Find that challenge. Find that shake and quiver. If you're not shaking and quivering yet, pull your elbows even more towards your big toes, like you're trying to crinkle up your entire mat. Deep breaths. And gently release the hips down. Place the palms down, elbows right under your shoulders. Pull the elbows back. Release the core. Feel the crown of the head really long. So don't worry so much about opening up the throat, but feel the pull right down in your core. Same deep breath. Keeping your chest floating as much as you can. Keep pressing down with the tops of the feet as you reach the fingers forward, thumbs facing up. And then keep the big toes together, lift the heels up into the sky. Again, lengthening more through the crown of the head and trying to look up. Same deep breaths. Try to release your glutes. Let all the work be happening in your low back. Strengthening, lengthening. One more inhale in, get everything a little higher. And exhale it all the way back to child's pose. Knees nice and wide, big toes together. A few deep breaths. Releasing all that work. Releasing all those thoughts. Another space that we've come into so many times. So I would encourage you right now to try to find the opposite of what we had when we were in Tadasana, where every muscle in your body was active. See if for just a few seconds you can let every single muscle in your body release and feel heavy. Let your breath come calm and easy. As you're ready, find your way up, downward facing dog. Inhale that right heel up. Exhale, bring it forward and through. Place it down. Place that back heel down. Find your way, warrior two. Pulling the feet in toward each other, tucking the pelvis under, engaging the core. In that same way, notice what parts of the body try to not be active. If it's through the fingertips, maybe it's the wrists, maybe it's the shoulders, elbows. Maybe it's even this back leg trying to hang out. See if you can keep it active, pulling the feet in toward each other, reaching through the tips of the fingers, keep the core engaged. Maybe bending a little deeper. Inhale, heading back, peaceful warrior. Long through that right side. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh. Inhale, heading all the way back. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh. Inhale, heading back. Exhale, right elbow. This time you can take a few breaths here, maybe reaching that right hand down, left fingers up. Keep that right hip tucking under, keep that right leg active. Left foot pulling in. Maybe reaching that left arm behind the back, right fingertips under to meet. Trying to open your heart up into the sky. Same long inhales, long exhales. If you're feeling really courageous and like you have a lot of energy, you can head toward bird of paradise. Left foot up to meet the right. Slowly find that focal point. Start to find your way up. Gently straightening that right leg as you're ready. Otherwise, just stay right back here in extended side angle. Finding a few deep breaths, keeping that core engaged, your feet pulling in toward each other. If you found your way up to bird of paradise, meet us back slowly. Extended side angle. And everyone, make your way back, peaceful warrior. Straighten that right leg, reach with the right fingers. And head down, triangle. Now we've probably come into triangle a million times. So really feel that right hip pulling back, crown of the head reaching long. Notice if there's a big curve in the spine. Notice if that right hip starts to stick out so you can get a little deeper. Pull it in a little more. Same deep breaths. Bring that left hand to your hip. Right fingertips out. Take the weight forward and up. Ardha Chandrasana. Left hip really stacking on top of the right. Same deep breaths. Slowly let those left fingers come down. Tuck that left hip underneath the right. Reach the right fingertips up. Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Keep reaching through the fingertips, reaching back with that left heel. Same deep breaths. And bend into that right knee. Keep those right fingertips reaching up. Bring your left hand back to the inside of the right foot and head back for a nice twisted lunge. Take an inhale in, exhale it out. And this time as we inhale, head up, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, place that left hand down. Inhale, crescent. Keep the inhale going, warrior two. Inhale going, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Exhale going, crescent. Exhale all the way down. Little faster. Inhale, head all the way up. Cartwheel the arms. Exhale, head all the way down. Inhale, head all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. This time plant the hands. Send that right foot back to meet the left. Take an inhale in. Exhale down, chaturanga, shoulders out, elbows in. Inhale through and up. Exhale, releasing down, tuck the toes. Inhale up, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that left heel up. Exhale, bring it forward and through. Warrior two on the left side. Same deep breath. Now you know where we're heading on this side. There's that sense of repetition. And yet we have a completely different side, completely new space, new thoughts, new distractions, new activity, new spots in the body that are old injuries, that are tired, that are weaker, that are stronger, that are more flexible. Activate them all. Pull the feet in, engage the core, reach through the fingertips. Inhale in. Exhale, bend a little deeper. Inhale, heading back, peaceful. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, extended. Taking a few breaths here. Maybe reaching the left fingers down, right fingers up. Still pulling that left hip underneath you. Opening that right shoulder as much as you can. Maybe slowly bringing that right hand back, stopping anywhere along the way. You can tuck that left hand to meet the right. Find your breath. Make sure you're still connected. Notice the thoughts. Maybe bringing that right foot up to meet the left. Keep that bind. Start to turn the gaze. Find that focal point. Staying here for a moment with that knee bent to find your balance. Slowly extending that leg. Or just staying back here. Taking a few breaths. A nice extended side angle. Activating the body. Activating your breath. Deciding how much to challenge yourself. Breathe. If you've come up for bird of paradise, find your way back with control, with ease. And then everyone head all the way back. Peaceful warrior. Straighten that left leg. Reach with those left fingers. And down. Trikonasana. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Deep inhale in. I know your body wants to breathe faster, but breathe with me. Exhale out. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Very nice. Keep that going. Don't let your body dictate your breath. You dictate your breath. Right hand to your hip. Bend into the left knee, fingertips out. Take the weight forward and up. Let's do it again. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Slowly let the right hand come down. Tuck that right hip underneath you. Reach those left fingers up. Keep that twist in the upper body as you bend into the left knee so you can keep those left fingertips reaching up. Reach those right toes back. Come into that nice twisted lunge. Same deep breaths. Exhale out. Inhale crescent. Exhale warrior two. Inhale peaceful. Exhale warrior two. Inhale crescent. Exhale twisted. Long inhale crescent. Keep the inhale going two. Keep it going peaceful. Exhale two. Exhale crescent. Exhale twisted. One long inhale in. And one long exhale out. One long inhale back. And one long exhale out. One more time. Inhale it back. And exhale it out. Place the hands down. Send that left foot back. Take an inhale in plank. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale through and up your back bend of choice. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Few deep breaths. Place the elbows down. You can interlace your fingers, spend a little time in dolphin. Just getting the feet a little closer into your head. Hips up toward the sky. If you would like, place the crown of the head down. Maybe 1 foot at a time. Find your way up for Shirsasana. Or if you have a forearm balance in your practice, or just continue to work in dolphin. Taking a few deep breaths. Even though we're slowing the movement, see if you can keep that same connection to the long, deep breaths, same activity through the body. Notice if the toes are being lazy, the fingertips, the quads, the core. As you're ready, find your way down to child's pose. Few long, well-deserved breaths. Thank you all for bringing that. I never teach the same class twice. It's always based on who was here. It's been a while with traveling. I have thoroughly enjoyed that flow. So thank you all very much for bringing that energy. Slowly find your way up for one last downward facing dog. Notice if it feels just a little different. Find your way forward to plank. and down to your backs. And before we let the heart rate decrease too much, let's get a little bit into our core. Place the hands down by your hips. Reach the heels straight up, pointing into the sky. Can't quite reach your heels straight up, you can place your hands underneath your hips. Otherwise, start to engage your low abs and see if you can get your tailbone and your hips up off the mat. So it's just your low back that's in contact with your mat. And then lift your hands just an inch up off the earth. Keep those heels reaching up. See if you can still keep the whole pelvic bone up off the floor. And then see if you can lift your shoulders and shoulder blades up off the mat, trying to reach your nose towards your knees. Same deep breaths. Keeping all of that floating. Start to reach your right heel down. Keep that left heel reaching up. See if you can still keep your tailbone up off the mat. Trying to press your low back down. Keep the shoulder blades up off the mat. Keep the toes flexed. Reach the right heel up to meet the left. Keep it all floating. Reach that left heel just an inch above the mat. Same deep breaths. Reach both heels up. Reach your fingers towards your toes. Take a deep inhale in. Long exhale, slowly lower your heels all the way down to the earth. One long exhale. And release onto the mat. Pull the right heel in so it's close in to your glute. Lift the left foot just an inch up off the mat, core engaged. Try to press your low back down into the earth. Interlace your hands behind the head, elbows towards your knees. Maybe this is enough. Otherwise, lift that right heel as well. And breathe. And gently switch. Try to keep that low back down, keep the toes flexed. And release all the way down. Put your right hand to your heart, left hand to your diaphragm. Soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out to the side. A few deep breaths. Placing the soles of the feet down. Close into your sits bones, push the heels down, lift the hips up, roll up onto your shoulders, interlacing the hands underneath you. Nice easy bridge. You can stay right here or place the hands under your shoulders and press yourself up for Urdhva Dhanurasana. We're only going to come up once, so get what you need to release the core, find a nice back bend. Be sure the core stays active, so we're opening the core, but we don't want to just collapse into our low back. Notice if your knees are splaying out. It gives our low back the illusion that it has more space, but you actually have more space in your low back when you internally rotate from your hips. Same deep breaths. Come up to the balls of the feet. Slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Bring the knees up into your chest. Rock gently from side to side. Release the low back. Roll up and down the spine once or twice. Come to seated. Place the hands back behind you. Knees in toward you. Turn around to face me if you'd like. Lift the hips. Reverse tabletop. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And then send your hips back. The closer that your hands get in towards your hips, and the closer you walk that heel in, the more you'll feel that opening in the right hip. Be sure the right toes stay flexed. You don't start to sickle the foot, but that it stays engaged. Now you can stay here, or walk that left foot over to the right side of the mat. Stacking. But again, be sure that the right foot doesn't just sickle and collapse into the inside of that hip, inside of the thigh. Be sure you can keep it flexed as it makes its way to stacking. Sitting up tall, and you can start to walk your way out. Or spending some time in figure 4. But be sure that we aren't just relaxing into the pose. Keep the spine reaching long, left heel getting closer, hands getting closer, so you really feel that opening through the right hip. Wherever you are, close the eyes. A few deep breaths. Just noticing all the sensations in the hip. Noticing any thoughts that are coming up. Just breathing a little deeper. With each thought that comes in, see if you can release just a little more in that right hip. So maybe that means walking your hands a little closer. Maybe that means just letting that right knee get a millimeter closer to that left foot. Maybe it means with each exhale you can walk just a centimeter farther out with the tips of your fingers. Wherever you are, take a deep inhale in together. Long exhale out. Deep inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Long exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in, lengthen. 2, 1. Long exhale out, release. 2, 1. Deep inhale in. 2, 1. Long exhale out. 2, 1. Deep inhale in. 2, 1. Long exhale out. 2. A little bit of time with your breath. Keeping the head heavy. Slowly start to roll up. Place that right foot down. And release the hips up. Cross that left ankle over. Take the hips down. Same lengthening. Be sure that left foot stays nice and engaged. You can walk everything a little closer to your hips as much as you can. As you feel ready, keeping the length in the spine. Slowly, if you would like, walk that right foot over. Be sure that left foot doesn't start to sickle. It stays engaged and on top of that right thigh. Maybe just staying here. Maybe slowly making your way out. Be here for a little while, just feeling all of those sensations in the hip and its connection through our psoas to our low back. Don't worry if the right hip is completely disparate from the left. This is one of the largest poses I've seen a difference between left and right, and just notice the sensations, notice the thoughts, notice what happened to your breath when you moved from the right side to the left side, notice what happened to your focus, your concentration. Take a deep inhale in, long exhale out. Deep inhale in, 2, 1, long exhale out, 2, 1, deep inhale in, lengthen, 1, long exhale out, release, 1, deep inhale in, 2, 1, long exhale out, 2, 1, deep inhale in, 2, 1, long exhale out, 2, 1, huge inhale in, 4, 3, 2, 1, long exhale out, 4, 3, 2, 1, huge inhale in, 4, 3, 2, 1, long, long, long exhale out, long release. And let your breath stay long. Let your thoughts come and go. Keeping the head heavy, slowly find your way up. And all the way back onto your backs. Pull that right knee up into your chest. Pull the right knee over the body with the left hand. Release the right fingertips out. Nice easy twist. Releasing, relaxing, letting go of any last tension, stresses. And straightening that right leg out, pull the left knee in, pull it over the body with the right hand. Detoxing, letting go of any last remnants of worries that are still holding on. And as you're ready, releasing into our final Shavasana. Tucking one shoulder blade and then the other, releasing the tongue from the roof of your mouth. And again, start to let the body float. Feel the opposite of all of that activity, all of the work that we felt, even when we were just standing in Shavasana and activating every muscle in our body. Let the equal and opposite happen now. Feel the weight of your bones, the weight of your muscles. Feel it all heavy and released and letting go. And then notice in this release the spots of the nervous system that are warm and tingling. These are the spots of the body that we've newly activated, whether they laid dormant for a few days, a few months, a few years. New pathways in the nervous system that we've activated and opened up. So send your breath to these spaces, letting them heal and find a home. So that even though we might be seemingly repeating the same things over and over again, we're opening and activating new pathways in the nervous system, new ways for the body and the mind to work. So as you breathe with each inhale, invite in the new. With each exhale, release what no longer serves you. And spend just these few moments finding that place in between. Allowing yourself just to breathe. Allowing yourself just to be. Slowly find your way back. Invite your breath back in and listening to that breath. Decide if you would like to stay right here, melting down into the floor, or you can slowly start to activate, and in your own time, in your own way, find your way back to that same comfortable seated position. But don't feel like you have to. Keeping the eyes softly shut. Notice if this nervous system is a little bit calmer. If the breath is coming a little easier. If the thoughts seem just a little bit further apart. And maybe, just maybe, repetition doesn't seem quite so permanent. We can repeat ourselves, yet in change and difference every time. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Bring the palms together. Exhale it all down in between the eyes to the third eye. May your life be filled with enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale, the hands in front of the mouth. May you always have the patience for enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale, the hands in front of the heart. May your heart have the healing it requires to live an enlightened life. Namaste. I want to thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you. As most of you know, these are all donation-based classes. For those of you that make it here in person, there's a donation station on your way out. And for those of you at home, there's a donation button on your screen. We ask that you honor the suggested $15 donation if you are able, or leave whatever you can so we can continue to bring this service to our community and to the world. I hope that you will bring some of this amazing work that you've done with you into your day, your week, your month, your life, and it is truly a brilliant one.